Hello, buddies. This is a perfect egg roll recipe for your business. And trust me, this is just the best. And when you try this, you're going to love it absolutely. So, first, you start by boiling your eggs. You have to boil this egg for 10 to 12 or 15 minutes. Then, you're going to run some room temperature or cold water on the eggs. Then you're going to decant the water and then peel the eggs and keep aside. Now the next thing you're going to do is to measure your flour. Here I use 600 grams of all-purpose flour, 1/2, that is half teaspoon of crushed nutmeg seed. Then you're going to be adding 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of yeast, 2 teaspoons of salt. Okay, then I added a dash of turmeric just for that color. You can also replace this with egg yellow. Next, I added half cup of sugar, granulated sugar. You can also use caster sugar. Fine. Now after adding that, I have to combine everything together. Next, I went in with some warm water, lukewarm water, lukewarm water, and then added 1.5 teaspoon of flavor. I use my combo flavor for this recipe. You can use any flavor of your choice. Okay, now for the water, I used about 350 grams of water. Okay, next I added about 20 grams of my margarine. You can also use butter, and then I combine everything and I got something just like this. Next, I cover this and let it rest for up to 10 to 20 minutes depending. If you're making a large quantity, 10 minutes is okay. If you're making a smaller batch, 20 minutes is fine. Now after the time, I had to now scale this. So I scaled each one 100 grams. So you can decide to scale your own according to the size you want your egg roll to be. So I scaled this one each 100 grams. So after scaling, the next thing I did was to dust my hands with some flour. Then I also dusted the egg that I peeled. I dusted it with some flour. Next, I took out the dough that I have scaled or I have weighed or I have measured out. Then place this egg in the center and then gradually push up the dough to cover or to seal the egg or to wrap the egg. Once I was done, I had to hit that part that I sealed on my hands so that everything is thoroughly sealed, so it won't just open while the egg roll is frying. So for clarity purposes, I repeated these steps or the process so you understand how it's being done. Okay, you have to be very careful while you are pinching the edges so that it closes so well. Now after doing that, I got all these were what I got. Then I had to heat up my oil. You have to heat up your oil to medium temperature. You don't want it to be too hot. So to check, you can drop in a bit of the dough. Once it springs up, then you're going to start dropping in your egg rolls. And when you drop your egg roll, please, you have to monitor the heat so it doesn't heat up too fast, because you want this egg roll to fry gradually so it can cook both the outside and the inside. Once you drop it in, you at a point you see it spring to the top, showing that yes, it's really frying so well. So the frying process of this egg roll should take nothing less than 8 to 10 minutes, at most 11 minutes. Okay, but ensure that your oil is not too low. If your oil is the heat of your oil is too low, it's going to bake the egg roll to soak oil and it's going to start expanding and it's not going to come out well. If the oil is too high, it's going to brown quickly on the outside and it's not going to cook in the inside. So you can poke a skewer inside the egg rolls to check if it has cooked. If the skewer comes out clean, that means that your egg rolls are ready. Like I said, this can take up to 8 to 10 minutes and then you have these amazing egg rolls. So for the second batch, you need to allow the oil to cool down completely or almost completely. You can turn off your heat, bring down the oil however you want to do it, but ensure that your oil cools down almost completely before dropping in the second batch to fry, else it's going to brown quickly on the outside. guys. I hope you love this recipe and I hope you're going to try it out. One thing sure about my recipes is that each thing, anything I bring on here, I usually sell them, and the feedbacks and reviews are always amazing.